Welcome to the first episode of Chart Art. What is that, do you ask? That is going to be me, Trade Cave, doing day trades on a replay chart. So I'm going into a ticker that I actually haven't really looked at in the past much at all, SMCI, Super Microcomputers. I'm not even sure if my day trading method will work on this or not, but I'm going to give it a shot anyways. I'm going to explain how this is all going to work right now. But before we get going, smash that like button, subscribe if you've been with us a while and haven't done so yet. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description as well as the channel bio. Let's get started. So what we're going to do is I'm going to replay the chart on a 5-minute chart. I'm going to identify entries and exits for day trades that I would naturally take on this based on the system that I use personally for my day trades. Okay. So basically how this is going to work is I have a couple of lines on here. In fact, I'm going to add one right now that I see is currently missing and that I like to also have up there for effect. Anyways, the blue line here, the thick blue one, that is the 21 moving average, exponential moving average, EMA. That is the green line here that's real close to all the action there. That is the 5 EMA, and then this is the volume weighted moving average, the dots. That's what the dots are. The pink line is the 200 moving average, yeah, that regular moving average, simple. And then we have Fibonacci bands for the clouds on the green and the red. Those aren't necessarily in use for this specifically, but I like them being there just for the sake of it. How this is going to work is I'm going to enter into a position, right? I'm going to just for the ease of deciding how it's going to work, I'm going to, let's say, I chose a position like this, right? On here, and it's a 2-to-1. The loss would be, we're going to consider that $100. No matter what the loss is, we're considering that 100. And the reward, we're going to see here, see how that says 2 right there on the screen? That's going to represent $200. So every time that, if it's a 3, it's 300. It's a 4, it's 400. And then we'll figure out where that went to each time in terms of where I said I cut the trade, um, as how much that is. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to tally that up on a spreadsheet, and we're going to see how effective this particular type of trading scenario is. And that's basically how we're going to do it. We're going to do this in seasons. So every month is going to be a season, let's say. And each um, video that I do for this is going to compromise 1 week worth of trading. So I'll probably do it on the weekends and do like a Monday to Friday style of trades there. And then we'll tally those all up. And then next week we'll do it again. And then the week after that we'll do it again. And at the end of the season, we'll see if we were profitable or not. So that's basically how we're going to run this. And let's go ahead and get into the very first episode of Chart Art. So first of all, I'm going to make this real small. And I'm going to get it off screen. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that off so I don't see anything. I don't see the volume or anything. I still got my RSI MACD down there, but that's not much to look at. So we're going to go pretty much as far back as this thing will let us. Okay, there's the crown. So we can go here, replay. What does that go back to? That is a Tuesday. So we're going to skip up to the first Monday it'll allow us. Okay, so Friday, and there's Monday. All right, this is going to be in the pre-market. I'm going to cut it off right there. Okay, there we are. Now let's bring it back in, the price action back into focus here. All right, and let's start turning on the indicators that I'm going to use for this. Okay, so generally I'm going to have the replay on 3x. When it's the pre-market and aftermarket, I'm going to put it on 10x. And then if I'm really trying to dial into something, I'll put it on the 1 or lower. But generally I'm going to run it on 3. So sometimes I'll see an entry where I would have taken an entry and I'll be entering it in after the fact because I'll be like, oh, I would take an entry there. Just because you'll see it's going to move really, really fast. And generally in the actual creation of this candle, it's a 5-minute candle. They each take 5 minutes to create. So I wouldn't have gotten in to some of these plays. So there will be some, I guess, honor to it in terms of saying like I would have taken that trade versus like I wouldn't have taken that trade. So let's go here. The idea is to back test my strategies, see how they work on different tickers, and kind of take you along for the ride. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're coming up on the first one here, and I'll probably pause right as it gets into the day and start assessing things. Like, okay, we're into the day. And it started way up there. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It started way up there. Okay. So first of all, the first thing I'm going to do here, or would do on here, is take a horizontal line and I draw it underneath this. And I'm going to make that one yellow. That's going to be a line that I'm looking at for potentially going short on this thing, maybe. Because we're way above the fib cloud here. We're way off the 21. The 5 is also, we're way off that too. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. And honestly, if it were to come back in, I'd be looking at it to go short all the way potentially to like here. So let's go ahead and see what happens as we replay this thing. Here we go. No, it's not going to give it to me. Oh, wait. All right. So we went under the 21. Now, it wicked down there, so I wouldn't have necessarily taken that. I might do this as a long, but I'm going to slow it down and see what happens here. If it comes back up above the 5 in that dotted line, I might go long on it. If it goes under the blue line, I might go short on it. Let's go ahead and see. All right. So there's that. Oh, no, long. Long wick on bottom. Okay. So, no, green. No, it's going to give me bad price action here. Let's see if it goes back up above any of these. Here we go. And there it is. Okay. So I might go long on this. All right. If I were in a real trading move. Now, honestly, I probably wouldn't do this at all. This is super risky, but I'd set it here. All right. I'm going to set my stop loss at the yellow line there. Okay. I take profit. I'm going to set this one. I'm going to generally start them all at about a 3 to 1. And I'll call it anywhere that I would actually cut it if I wanted to cut it. So let's go ahead and see. Put it on 3x. Here we go. 3x. Okay, so I might cut it there. Let's see what the next candle does. I might consider to hold that. Let's see what happens. As soon as it goes under that 21, though, I'd be out. Yep, there it is. I'd be out. So that one is a loss for a 100 loss, I think. Let's see what the next candle is, though, because if it just wicks down there, like if it goes, if the next candle or two goes right back in, I might hold that in a real scenario. So let's see. I'd probably hold, and then that's probably the one I'd cut, honestly. I'd probably cut right there. All right, so that's that. That one's done. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so now we'd be, no, I wouldn't be looking. Wouldn't be looking yet. Let's give it a go. Touch that blue one. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, we take a second stab at this one right here. This one we keep real tight. Right there, and we'd be looking to return to the highs because we've done it twice now. So let's see what happens. There it is. Boom. All right, so that's a 4 to 1. So in this scenario, well, more than 4 to 1, 4.68 to 1. So $468 on that one. So we lost 100 there, made 468. So first one, week 1 trades. All right, so we got trade 1 minus 100, trade 2 plus 468. Okay, let's move on. See what's going to happen now. So I can, I'll leave them on. I'll leave them on here for now. I'll clear them out later. So let's see, what are we going to do here? Okay, do I want to do anything on that? I don't know. I might just take that as a win. Oh, no. Let's see, we're watching this right here. We want to see if it's going to go back above that blue line or not. Oh, can't decide. All right, this here. I would consider going short here. Okay, and I'd take that there. And I'd be looking for it to come back to the low around here. Honestly, that's where I'd be looking. Let's see what happens. Actually, I probably wouldn't trade anymore today already at this point, but let's see what happens. Oh, end of the day. Okay, so day ended. So we would have taken our profit here near the end of the day because I would not hold this overnight. So this would have been profitable at a rate of 0.96. So that would be profitable at, well, let's just say we missed it by a little bit, and let's say we did it at 0.9, like, right? So trade 3, we made 90. Okay, so total for the day, we're doing all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear the chart. We did the day, boom. All right, let's move on to the next day. Let's go to Tuesday. Okay, so one thing I do want to put on my chart first, though, is where did my lines go? I deleted them. All right, so let me go ahead and put one here for going long right here. If it goes and opens up below that, I'd be looking to go long above that. And I'm looking for some really big green volume here. So basically anything under here, if it opens down here, I'd be looking for it to go short. So I like to set those up ahead of time. So let's continue on. All right. Put it back to 3. Okay, where are we at here? Ooh, this thing is wild. I would not touch either of those. Any of that. I wouldn't touch any of that because it's still touching the blue line. So let's see what's going on here. No, I wouldn't touch any of that still. All right. No, I wouldn't touch any of that still. All right, right here. Right here, I'd consider a short. Now, Now, actually, let me go to 1. I wouldn't consider it yet because it's still touching that pink line. Let's see. 1, 2. All right. Still iffy. Still iffy. That one. That's the one. Ooh, I hate how it does that. Let's see. Next one. Still iffy. Give it a second. All right. Now we're looking at potentially going long instead. All right. It got iffy. What do you want from me? I don't control these things. Oh, yeah, it's still iffy. This might be a day where I wouldn't trade anything at all. Let's see what happens. It's also iffy. I'm doing it slow because it's just piling on top of these right now, and I want to see where the break actually would happen versus, all right, so that might be it. Let's see. Next one. Okay, we're going early, but we're doing this with a real tight stop. So we're going to go right in there, right where the price is right now. Stop is going to be right there, and we're looking for a take here at about a 2. This one's iffy. I wouldn't actually take this one in real life, but let's see what's going on here. There it is. Boom. And you know that would have moved so fast for me to not be able to. Oh, let's see what happens. Let's see if it goes any further now. Oops. See if it goes any further. Yeah, so in this scenario, I'm going to let it ride as long as it's holding the 5 EMA. As long as it's holding this 5 EMA, I'm going to let it ride. So right now it's actually beyond my 2, so I would still hold this actually. All right, it's still giving me the 5, and in fact, actually, I would probably cut right here. But let's see, because it came back to test that. I'd consider cutting. Let's see what happens. Yeah, no, I'd cut it. I'd cut it right there. Boom, and that's it. So it'd be a 147. So we do a 147, trade 3, trade 4, 147. Okay, moving on to the next one. Now we're looking for the next one. We'll leave that on there, and it ended there. So I could have had 2, but I got greedy. So I'm actually looking at this to break down again, to be honest. And the reason I'm looking for this to break down again is because this is basically a pennant. And well, not a pennant, but the way that this is slanted up, I'm looking for it to break down again. You'll see if it happens. Give it a second, give it a second. All right, there it is. All right, so I would consider going short here again. Stop loss about right there. Going long, we'll keep it at a 2, but again, I'd be willing to cut it off pretty much anywhere because we're in the green cloud right now, so that's actually pretty dangerous. So let's see what happens. Oh, we got wicked out, but I wouldn't close on a wick. So in fact, the day ended. So this one would be a loss, and this would be a loss here near the end of the day. Let's see. We would have closed it out somewhere like this. Let's say it was. Well, actually, I need to figure out what that would be on the long end. So let me see here. I'm using this to do math. I know my math isn't particularly good, so about right there, and that would be a 0.3, so a 31. So trade 5 is a minus 31. Okay, let's move on to the next day. Okay, pause. 3. Okay, so it opened up down here. So I'd be looking to go short, honestly, and I'd be looking to go long if we get above this blue line here. But I am looking for this to be turned into a bear flag. So let's go ahead and see what happens as we go. Okay, right there. Yeah, I'd probably see what the very next candle is. Yep, that's it. I'd go short. Well, I hate how it does that. All right, next one. Yeah, I hate how it does that. It populates like after I stop it. So let's see what happens. Actually, we're not going short. We didn't pick any direction yet. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, let's see what the next candle holds. Nope, just back and forth, just chop. I wouldn't do anything with this. Or do nothing with this. We're going back to 3. Yeah, this is just chop, 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 chop. There we go. That is something right there. Okay, so we'd be getting in right about here. We would have gotten in somewhere around the close of that previous candle there. And we would go with the blue as our stop loss there, which is far away, but then we'd push up to like a 2 minimum, preferably a 3, but a 2. And we'll see if it gets close to that 2. All right, that's 2.4, but we'll go. All right, let's see. See what happens. Holding the 5, holding the 5. Oof. Ooh, came back to break even. I can't say I don't know if I would hold that. Let's see. No, it's going to give us very, very garbage price action here for the rest of the time. I'll probably close this out for break even at this point. But let's see what it does. This is terrible. Honestly, I'd cut this for break even. This is a zero trade. 6. This is a zero trade. I would have cut this a long ago. I wouldn't have held it this long. This is trash. All right, moving on. Let's see what the next one is. We would have cut this for break even. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens next because this price action is terrible. Let's see. We're going up to that pink line. See, I don't trust it because this pink line is right, just holding us up right now. Even though we're below, it's holding us up. So let's see what's going to happen. We might go through this whole day and get nothing. Yeah, we're going to go through this whole day and get nothing. It's the end of the day. Let's just move on to the next day. Here we go. Okay, that was quick. So let's drill it down to 1. See what happens. The next candle. Oh, yeah, that's aggressive. Okay, so I'd wait for the next one on this one just to see what it does. Yeah, see, that would have me waiting now too because of the way that closed out there. So let's see what the next one is. Okay, we came back to that. Now this is looking interesting. Okay, here we go. That doesn't close green. There we go. This is our entry. So our next candle, we'd enter here. Our stop loss is this blue one. We're looking for at least a 2 out of this, but it probably won't give us that. So this is actually a trade that I probably wouldn't take because that's too high of a stop loss, and I'd have to go way too far down, and I don't know if I'd get that far down. Like, this even lower than yesterday's lows. What kind of lows would we be looking for? We'd be looking for lows all the way from the Monday pre-market. So I actually wouldn't take this one in real life, but let's just do it for the sake of the fact that it met our rules right now. See what happens. Boom, boom, and there we go. But of course, so the question is, do we take our 2 for 1, or do we hold it since it's above the 5, or below the 5? Let's just hold it since it's below the 5. See if it plays down the 5. Okay. As soon as it gives back this 5, we're out of here. See what it does. Oh, it hasn't given it back yet. Don't give back the 5. Oh, it gave back the 5 right there. So we'd be out there. Ooh, we could add a 2 for 1. Look at that greed getting us 0.36. So this trade 7 is actually $36. That's pretty trash. We shouldn't have been greedy there. All right, let's see what happens now. But we hit this blue one, so we might be looking to go short again underneath that. So let's see what's going on here. Nope. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so we might be looking to go long here now. So we're above. So this is the highest point of negative volume here. We got above that. As soon as we got above that, we probably could have gone, but this blue one and pink one were ahead of it, so I wouldn't have done it in real life. So we are looking for, if it breaks this line here, we'd be looking for shorts again. If it gets above this here and closes above here, we'd be looking to go long again. So let's see what happens. Okay, there it is. Now I would have gone in on this one earlier on this candle. I would have gone in on this, to be honest. And I would have had my stop about right there, and I would have gone for a 2. Okay, let's see if it does it. Yep, there it is, 2. And this, well, I would have taken it, even though it would have wicked down there, and I would have like market ordered it like immediately. So let's go ahead and say that one was a 2. I would have closed that one out, especially after losing that one, having a 2 to 1, and then letting it crawl back to a 0.3. I would have taken that. So trade 8 is 200. I would have taken that in a heartbeat. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Let's see what happens. Okay, and it gave it all back. See, and that's why I would have been cautious there, because it burned me once before doing that, and I figured it might burn me again. So we're actually going to go there. That's where that closed out. All right, let's see what the next one does for us. Let's see what else we got here. We're coming up on 10 a.m. on Thursday. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're just riding that line, riding the 21, riding the 21. All right, we're getting away from the 21 again. All right, we might be able to go short again this time. This time, I think I'm going to keep it real tight, though. Go right in here, and I'm going to go just to that dotted line, which is the volume-weighted moving average, and I'm going to go just for a 1-to-1 right now, which honestly is a trade you should never take. A 1-to-1 is trash odds. Shouldn't do it, but let's just see what happens. All right, and that's it. We got burned. Well, actually, it's got a wick. It's a wick outside of it. We didn't quite lose yet. That one I might have closed out on, but let's see. I have a feeling it's going to come back down. Nope, that's it. We would have been done here. So what kind of loss did we have here? So we had this was a 1-to-1. That was 100, and we would have burned there 166. So minus 166 for trade 9. Okay, that's that, and that's that. All right. Since it's 12 on that day, I don't think I take any more trades. So we're going to clear this, and we're going to move on to the next day, the very last day of the week. So let's see. Slow it down to 3. Let's see what's going on. It's our last day of the week. All right, so this is actually pretty good volume for it. Yeah, okay, so I would say anything honestly under here, I'm gonna go for shorts. Anything under there. And for longs, I'd be looking for, on this case, I'd be looking for above this area right here. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, looks like we've got our long position here. Let's see, I'd want to see what the next candle is here because that would have gotten away from me. Yeah, it would have been this one. It would have hit that and bounced back, started bouncing back. You know how I can't see what it's going to do, but in this case, yeah, I'd be in the white line here, and this is dangerous. But I'd be going up to at least a 2. You should be doing a 3, but a 2 sometimes is what we're looking at. We don't always get the, this is like a C trade right here. All right, let's see where it goes. Let's see if it gets up there. Oh, and there it goes. Boom. I would take that. Especially after getting burned the last 2 times, I would have taken that. So this trade 10 is a 200 one. All right, let's see. Oh, not 110. Trade 10 is a 200. All right, so that's that. And that one's done. Let's see if it comes back to the blue line and bounces again. Let's see. See if it does it. Okay, so it might bounce here. So we're going to slow this down. Didn't bounce. All right. Oh, wait, it did. It might have. It might have. Let's see. What's it going to do? Is it going to just dance along with 21 or not? Let's see what happens. We're losing it. We're losing it. All right. Now, my rules would say I'd want to take a short here, but this 200 SMA right there on the pink line at 8.99, I don't like that. So I want to see it go under that. Keep going. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. It's not doing it. All right. So in this situation, I wouldn't go short until it gets under that line. Be watching, watching, watching. We're at 10 a.m. now. We're running out of time. We're running out of time for this to do something. Oh, here we go. Now we're going long again. I would have picked it up right here as soon as this candle opened, where I would have done that. I'd take my stop. I'd probably take it to somewhere about right here on that pink line, and we'd run this up for another 2 for 1. Okay, let's put it on 3. See if it does it. Watch it just give it all back. All right, here we go. Let her rip. And it's giving it all back right away. Ooh, okay. This one, it's hard to say because it didn't get close there. It's holding that blue line, that 21 EMA. It's holding it. So I don't think I would have cut that. I think I would have held it, even though I'd be really irritated at this point. What time is it? 12. It's 11:55. Give it 10 more minutes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's honestly, I would have gotten bored right here. I would have gotten bored right there and cut this. Fine. Let me see. Where are we at? About a 0.55. Okay. So trade 11:55. Okay. And that's it. That's Friday. That's the end of season 1, week 1. So let's go to our spreadsheet here. All right, week 1 total. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna do a sum. All right, enter 899. We would have $899 by the end. 899. That's, let us know what you think in the comments. Do you want to keep seeing the chart art, seeing me kind of go through my day trades here on SMCI through the end of season 1 and see where we end or not? Or was this just kind of boring to watch and not something very interesting? I'm very interested in this. I do this quite frequently. I sit at night and I do this. I run the charts. With that said, smash that like button, subscribe, share this video if you found it informative or entertaining. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.